So welcome back. We have had us one heck of a cool snap down here in Florida of all places. High teens a few days ago, and we've been in the low 20s every morning since. We finally just got back above freezing. It was nice and cold this morning in the 20s, but warming up nicely for the day. So long story short, we've been burning a heck of a lot of firewood, and I have been turning down people left and right that's been calling me for firewood. But first and foremost, I always make sure that I have enough split for my wife and I. We just recreationally burn it. We enjoy it outside, and I need to get this splitting ASAP. They're calling for a ton of rain at the end of the week. I don't want all this to sit on the ground and get wet. So we're about to fire up the old Countyline 25-ton log splitter. I've had this thing for years now. It's been one heck of a log splitter, an excellent one, really has. Not the fastest in the world, not a commercial machine by no means, but a great residential log splitter. And they were steel back when you could get them for $800-900. The prices they're asking nowadays, wow. My things have went up. So this has been sitting in record cold all week for us. Let's see how well it fires up. Let's get to splitting. This is a standing dead oak that I just cut up a couple of videos back. I see some rotten spots we're gonna have to deal with, but I love cutting standing dead or blown down trees for the simple fact of, well, it keeps me from cutting all my green, beautiful trees here on the property. We'll let Mother Nature pick them for us. Plus, not to mention, my outside fire pit could care less if the wood's partially rotten, green, whatever the heck it is. Let's see how well we fire up. It's still a little chilly. It's definitely the most pulls it's ever taken for this. Normally this starts up in 2 to 3 pulls, but it's been a cold week. All right, so what we ultimately wound up with, not as much as I was thinking again, but an unexpected doctor's visit today ate into my time. So all this over here, well, it's pretty much partially, mostly rotten junk, which is perfectly fine for my fire pit. There's still enough solid wood in this, it's gonna burn just fine. So I'm not even worried about labeling this or anything. What I'll do, I don't want to store this for a year because it's going to fall to pieces on me. But in just a few months, come springtime, stuff like this, what I'll wind up doing is carrying another tote up near the fire pit with good wood that's nice and seasoned and dry, start me a nice coal bed, and then I'll just start pouring this stuff in there, and we'll have us a couple of really hot fires, burning through it. At least I got some use out of it. I have time, energy, and well, money invested in this. I don't want to just push it to the woods when my fire pit is not picky, doesn't discriminate. Ugly wood needs love too. Now, as far as this over here, I made it up to this point with good cuts of oak out of there. Still got a ton of moisture in it. It's going to need to season at least a year. And then I topped it off with some other kind of not so popular hardwoods that I had over here. And this all can just season together. Now, one thing I like to do, I cut some aluminum tags to put on all my IBC totes years ago. I like to take a paint marker and actually put down the date so I can track and see. Sometimes when you stick this stuff out here, you lose track of what's good, what's not. And usually I'll put, like, say, oak, for example, on there. I used to track the moisture, probably should get back into doing that because people really enjoyed that. But I have found cherry and lighter hardwoods, honestly, 6 to 8 months, they're seasoned enough that they burn nice and clean, at least for an outdoor pit. Oak, 1 to 2 years of seasoning before it's kind of really ready. I'm taking a wire brush to this aluminum plate right there. The paint is gone. And then we'll write today's date on here and know to get this in about a year. Last but not least, pop one of these plastic lids that I cut out of the bladder, and that'll keep the majority of the water off. I find that I have no issues with this seasoning this way. All right, a couple more totes put back, ready to burn. One this season, one next season. We're just gonna continue to repeat this process while it's nice and cool throughout the rest of this winter and upcoming spring, and then I'll have everything put back that I need for next fall and next season. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. There's a lot more cutting, felling, and splitting videos coming. Catch you on the next one.